OKFM 101.7.
Okay, 101.7 Sunye. You are a convincent asefua APRO at the Ministry of Education. Why you watch it?
No apomwe.
Boko na so
Kwame onye ni edini normal best in you ana ama say no brabo no akọ bibi o ba nyame tia se die yenim se medi enim enche yebetumi afri sate die no ti na yewo ahwemu a yebɔ mpae tai omampani na adedan kwesi for the country.
na wo sound so ye parliamentary aspirant e wo Otafu constituency na what to say
Kwame ekoyi na mababi sien bibi kakra I think the way the first attempt ewo ayesa parliamentary city na me say bibi edi nipa na ye and you cannot do anything especially in a man of them nipa emwa. And I've also come to realize that so some part our party no more delegates and I say party for no so show in Munyamwa Sebio and how didn't make us Anya Shefrano you hear the constituent saying Vincent was some party watch Anya Shefrano or Mampanya Begechi eye no hokani Samira Baumia woni na chini eye zongu bia ewo mamu ha ebio no almost atimi kan be catch us say emra na afomia ene kokwe no mo keka ho omunya appointment in 2017 eye the communication directorate of the New Patriotic Party akwamo ya we ni nyame ni ko Japan and ya do for the years for the communication directorate and sana ye substantive communication directors. Before 2016, Obakaya near BBFN minority caucus.
Sure.
Joy TV and also Joy News for your media, which I was a co-host with my brother Akbar. Home base the one and a B. I was also the host of that minority caucus. Apart from that, we have been members of the communication team of the Ashanti region and the national communication team as well. Before 2016, and a Jew, a Riau, and a Pau, we communicated vociferously the manifesto of the New Patriotic Party, especially to the youth, and we used ourselves, said you icons of the youth. And apart from that, a year manifesto NPP show you. One way or the other, yes, your boy Homodin in the communication director to ensure that you communicate a year manifesto of the NPP, to a section of the students. Section of the students, I mean, or school, but at least a bit Naka University of Ghana, a bit Naka Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Central University. I said you young as your to ensure that we preach that gospel. And so, constituents no ehunu osmo ya sum eye party no na almost ehunu osmo ya sum constituency na nkasa so ewa ha nti oba Otafu constituency oba polling station 511 na be a polling station executive or polling station secretary to be precise ewa and because said you yaba be parliamentary seat in the be polling station executive. We have been polling station executive for about 8 years now. Kwame, you are some party, and I think that from what I'm hearing, if all things being equal, terrorist parables, constituency, and yet easy there because you are dealing with NIPA and as a delegate. But what I am hopeful about is that there was some party, what said you party, said you or the down quadrumbo tradition should educate in set up for Pancono for a beboa, and my you be a within a boa at for Pancono constituency.
Na daily graphic the assembly aba say moon video bi a nenam social media e kire se enche ye bebie ye school na mofra no ye nkwara no amwo junior high efi basic num no eba bepem ye oni ye bebie no obi atimi akọ school na mo se obi en disregard kire se asam no enye no kure bibie anim enkire mu ni say na video ne firi hin
Kwame, man show it here for my men chair.
Mate.
Mentia, okayfm. For so mama Mr. Kwenye, Ministry of Education, I saw it. The Domasi were Kwenye Modiamaye. Now, Kwame, Ghana Education Service and our Ministry of Education, a year or so for Dr. Matthew Poku Pempe Danono. We cannot have any policy that will be at variance with the president's directive. So, TCM no say, you didn't say your partial lockdown. Obekaya, Dr. Matthew Poku Pempe, and in Central Share or Ministry of Information. Ukasembi, Seminim, Sabia Refia, Mamenka Kai. Dr. Matthew Poku Pempe indicates, he said, in one of our senior high schools, we have had an index case of coronavirus at one of our senior high school. And for that matter, we have to ensure that Nkodani Naide Akufi in Kentemwa. And this is here on Mampeni and now the Danko Kufado. I instructed the people of Ghana. And I said, DBB a partial lockdown. We have to follow. And next assembly and a Ghana Education Service. Ebema and Kwada, Aquacotina Shuku, especially when there is a ban on any form of gatherings. That may not be more than 25 people. And we know so most of our classrooms, you have most of them more than 40, 50. And on what basis would anybody think, say, Ghana Education Service, at the directive be baba, and I say through the supposed video, Trese, Yebeman Kwada, as back to our various schools. Yet this is a baby to come, say, be a Ghana phony being aware, or the supposed propagandists, and aware. Maybe let me use this opportunity now, say, even though the maintain about one in the schools is here, but we've made effective alternative arrangements and maintain about bit mediation there. Now, number one, the free BB iCampus. We a platform, ye use and I say in collaboration with Senlos, ye use across the country. Every student of every university, everything across iCampus. So, our modulation the educational materials on that particular iCampus. BB to say Ghana Learning TV. In fact, if you go to DSTV Krompa, DSTV channel 351, and I say, what take boss if you have to risk scanner, always scanner, just close to GTV, you bring a Ghana Learning TV. It's here based on mathematics, English, science, and what have you. Yet this sad way now to I mean, a man who say, yes. Education is supposed to be the key and the pillar for every development of every human being. And the coronavirus and because of that, there's a partial lockdown. It means my man and go through the stress of not learning for God knows how many weeks or how many months. And I say a man about because if there's no end in sight with this pandemic, you risky say. The man said about our school. Any decision that we will take, will be based or will be tailored in consonance with the president's directive. And if the experts who are advising the president saying, say, we have to go on a continuous lockdown for the next 2 months and after 3 months, why or how will Dr. Matthew Poku Pempe instruct students to go back to school? And that is going to be at variance with the president's directive. And so until we know how the president's approach is going to be, nobody can decide, or nobody will be interested in deciding, say, your man never go and go school. And so, Obia Otifi, and now Kodo Otifi, I said you, Officer Usiandi, and we have made a lot of avenues available to them. And I've already indicated to you, say, a year Ghana Learning TV, your man never go between you. And I have personally watched that particular station, and I think what I'm seeing there is fantastic. For some of us, especially Kwame, who see the logical reasoning and inequalities and so on. Sometimes this time I would see Osha, it will be able to also help you or to kind of remind you about the things that you learned as you were free, apart from say man about one a home for so. And so there cannot be any directive, as I've initially said. That directive, every at variance with what the president is actually making us follow. And then the credit, say Kwame, you have be suku and when we are, you will be suku unless we have the express approval of the president. We might have also been able to discuss with them, and I say with cabinet or cabinet level. I'm a cabinet, so I say now we are free to allow our schools to operate. Until then, I'm not seeing say you be good school anymore here.
Minia na enyamia say no me say yesi mo ye bibi o TV sunum ne ade ankwala ne betimi asua ade ne ade na ye no a tete wonu ba ye okokom TV kura nsi wo ye no so ye be ye dai
Kwame wo hwe bibi te say GTV. We know say GTV cuts across a greater section of our country. That is what we can make do with. Say omampanyin po peso ni omamuni na kasa omampanyin use sometimes the Facebook handle and sometimes GTV and so a broadcasting across the country. The idea of the president and the communication director Eugenia Hendano say the GTV able to broadcast it to the greater number of people across the country. And he say BBC Aba Kwame, and we have to indicate that we are not in normal times. The times that we find ourselves extraordinary times, and yet times are no said you and I say and yet a man about in such a manner, but with what we have, and because we are not in normal times, we have to use the best or adopt the best approaches. I am mentioning about this in and that is why we use GTV. And quite winning say on my way, there is no better option if you want to use broadcasting strategies. Say they are what they call TV show and now they call radio show. If you don't use GTV or let me say GBC, if there is any better idea, maybe you would have used it. But you and I will agree. Say the best that we have and that is available to us, GTV. However, your name Ministry of Communication, the Ministry of Information, so things are also be brave. Most of the radio stations across the regions, at least any one or two be in each region, and also the widest coverage. Those regions, so to command, they have paid some of these fees and educational materials are they're also using it in their various regions, radio stations, Ministry of Information, and the Ministry of Education. To me, I agree on we use those channels. So, from where we are, the best alternatives are being used. However, the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Information will keep on engaging each other and ensure that if you able to me any better option apart from what we are already using, then you adopt that strategy to ensure that we'll be able to meet but say you so being a opportunity of a small internet. Online, I think I see some educational materials. Yes, I agree. Say most of our villages may not have internet access, but we are making use with what we have.
Okay.
We are not in normal time.
Obia send ya basa Mr. say schools are on lockdown, including tertiary institutions. By yes, tertiary institutions need be a person organize exams on online. Edema a year, one students. We are away.
Kwame, me a PhD candidate at the University of Ghana and public administration. And Yamini Ukraine Meti even an opera crumble, Mako class, Kaka, and the core class, and we do this on Zoom. Sometimes 6 a.m. early 6 a.m. we start. And if departments of universities and as faculties of universities or universities are trying to save that, even though we are home, but they will devise certain strategies. A bit cinema, I don't think that it's so much of a problem because we use Zoom be other.
Hey, Vincent, Mami fa we ntwam. Wonim. Mesi Mami fa we ntwam ansa na yanto akomo so. After COVID-19, meba be benefits of COVID-19. Na ba ko a many mpanimfo bedi hu nkomo ne se. Kane obitimi koye course. Ebia postgraduate from kakra postgraduate diploma in bia so or yen online no chese osua de online where your exams online near the online exams kwa the edin pa na we are ne certificate no wo betia yesi yen recognize aden yesi or yen online COVID-19 the Adibay Emie a quine Emma online courses near the idea among for and holding on to its credibility.
Oh, Kwame, I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. So say we are not in ordinary times. Universities no well, they are already accredited by the National Accreditation Board. As to how they can follow through certain procedures before say award the certificates to beneficiaries of various universities.
Okay.
And University of Ghana, so they can carry maybe a PhD candidate. I don't think that if University of Ghana at a point in time believes that I have gone through the proper procedures and for that matter they've given me a certificate having finished or having completed my PhD course University of Ghana, I don't think that the credibility will be questioned by anybody, especially because there were a time in the period of my education and because of coronavirus I had to write exams online and I had to go for lectures, some lectures online. I don't think it's a problem. No. Also, quite medical because they are not in normal times. Say university be use a certain strategy to ensure that academic exercises will go on. I don't have any suspicion that National Accreditation Board having a problem with that. Some of these things are already done in consultation with Ghana Education Service and Ministry of Education one way or the other. It may not be formal agreement, but if the University Authority and the National Commission for Tertiary Education, and National Commission for Tertiary Education, that approval, I don't think that is so much of. If that approval goes, what it means, then the approval of Ministry of Education and by extension, government.
Oh, okay. And yeah, medals panama saying and pass so the amount in Asia Bompire said COVID-19 so ebetimi akọ na bibia kama pa.
Kwam ye na watching ye Bompire say Motridian Ponyankopon ebegine ma free yare boni yare no oya won hye and ki empathy ki empathy name no be agree the best option for us as the people, especially if you want to support the president's directive, we have to stay home. Said the boss, Dr. Matthew Pokupempe. If you stay home, the virus stays. If you move, the virus moves. So the best option for you to stay home so that within the shortest period of time, you be dealing with the pandemic, what is the coronavirus. So there be our mind and you be fire time. All the economic acumen and they are bragging about since 2007 that they have been able to achieve. You and I know that to us what to December. Our GDP might be, our economic growth, between about 2 or 2.5. Meanwhile, we're bragging. And just about last year ago, having taken it from 3.5 or 3.7 to about 8.6, now say 8.7. And see, all of a sudden, coronavirus, all the achievements and all the strides that we've made in government, as per the promises that we made to the people of Ghana since 2017. Then it means as a nation, there's a cause to worry. So the only thing that we can do is here, but bompire the abwa atai, Mampanyin and other down for Kupadwachi. So the bear, Sano Marinano, Edichum. So what you can this too shall pass.
Amen. Bye bye.
Bye.
Yera Echo Vincent Asifwa, PRO, Minister of Education and Natural. Okay, 101.7 Suni.
OKFM 101.7.